I am Armando Cuellar Jr., President of the Weslaco ISD Board of Trustees. This special board meeting is being conducted pursuant to Governor Greg Abbott's suspension of certain open meeting law requirements to the extent necessary to allow for telephonic and video conference meetings in response to COVID-19. Notice of this meeting has been posted online for at least 72 hours. The board is meeting by the use of Google Meets and telephone transmission, which allows two-way communication for members of the public during public comments. A recording of this meeting is being made and will be available to the public at a later date. The time now is 5:41, and I call this meeting to order. I now begin the roll call. This is Jackie Sustaita.
Present.
Mr. Andrew Gonzalez notified me that he had a commitment that came up, so he will not attend. Dr. Jaime Rodriguez.
Present.
Coach Jesse Trevino.
Present.
Mr. Isidoro Nieto.
Present.
And Mr. Mark De Los Santos.
Present.
Let the record show that a quorum of board members are in attendance. Item 3, public comments. We have no public comments. Item 4, discussion and possible action to approve a resolution regarding wage payments to district employees during district closing from February 15th through February 19th, 2021, due to severe weather or winter weather conditions. Dr. Canales?
Board Trustees, good evening. On February 14th, 2021, President Joseph R. Biden Jr. declared that an emergency existed in the state of Texas and ordered federal assistance to supplement state and local response efforts due to the emergency conditions resulting from a severe winter storm beginning on February 11th, 2021 and continuing. In the spirit of ensuring the safety and security of all staff members due to the severe winter weather conditions, power outages, lack of water in some cases, internet service disruption, Weslaco ISD's employees were instructed not to report to work on Monday, February 15th through Friday, February 19th, 2021. Board of Trustees, I am recommending that you approve a resolution regarding continued wage payments to all regular employees, contractual and non-contractual, salary and non-salaried, who were instructed not to report to work during emergency closing due to the severe weather conditions last week. And you do have the resolution. Just a couple of points on the resolution. It's whereas the board is authorized by Texas Education Code, Section 45.105, to expend funds of Weslaco Independent School District for purposes necessary in the conduct of public schools as determined by the board. Whereas the board acknowledges that during an emergency closing, most district employees are instructed not to report for work, and other employees may be called upon to provide emergency-related services. Whereas the board finds that a need exists to address wage payments for employees who were idled and those required to work during emergency closings. Whereas the board determines that employees who were instructed not to report to work may suffer a loss of pay if the district is closed. And whereas the board concludes that continuing wage payments to all regular employees, contractual and non-contractual, salaried and non-salaried, who suffer a loss in pay due to an emergency closing serves the public purposes of maintaining morale, reducing turnover, and ensuring continuity of district staffing when schools reopen, which they have been reopened. So Board of Trustees, the recommendation again is to approve that resolution regarding continued wage payments to all regular employees, contractual and non-contractual, salary and non-salaried, who were instructed not to report to work the week of February 15th through February 19th, 2021.
I move to approve.
Okay, we have Dr. Jaime Rodriguez. And second by Mr. Nieto. Okay, we have a motion by Dr. Rodriguez and a second by Mr. Nieto to approve a resolution regarding wage payments to district employees during the district closing from February 15th through February 19th of 2021 due to severe winter weather conditions. Do we have any discussion? Okay, we'll take it to a vote. Mrs. Ustaita?
Aye.
Dr. Rodriguez?
Aye.
Trevino?
Aye.
Mr. Nieto?
Aye.
And Mr. Mark De Los Santos.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item 5, discussion and possible action to approve a resolution regarding premium pay for non-exempt employees who were called in to work during district closing from February 15th through February 19th of 2021 due to severe winter weather conditions. Dr. Canales.
Board of Trustees, non-exempt employees from several departments were called into work under inclement weather conditions last week. Food services, transportation, safety and security were some of those departments. Preparing meals, we did have meals on Thursday and Friday, checking buildings and facilities for leaks and other things that may have resulted from the severe winter conditions that we experienced last week. We do have a resolution before you. The board is authorized by Texas Education Code 45.105 to expend funds of the Weslaco Independent School District for purposes necessary in the conduct of public schools as determined by the board. Our board policy DEA local does include employee compensation and benefits, states under premium pay during disasters as follows. After authorization by resolution or other board action, and in accordance with such authorization, non-exempt employees who are required or were required to work during emergency closing for disaster as declared by the federal, state, or local official or the board shall be paid at the rate of 1.5 times their regular rate of pay for hours worked up to 40 hours per week. So we are recommending, Board of Trustees, that you approve this resolution regarding premium pay for those non-exempt employees who were called into work during the district closing from February 15th through the February 19th, 2021.
I'll move to approve.
Dr. Jaime
second.
Rodriguez moves to approve. Do I have a second?
I have second.
Mr. Dos Santos? Second. Okay, we have a motion by Dr. Rodriguez and a second by Mr. Marcelo Santos to approve a resolution regarding premium pay for non-exempt employees who were called in to work during district closing from February 15th through February 19th of 2021 due to severe winter weather conditions. Do we have any discussion?
Now, just to clarify, so these premium pay is time and a half, is that correct?
Yeah, the premium pay portion is only half time more than they are already working. They're getting paid.
So if they're making $10 an hour, they're gonna make $15 an hour for those hours worked,
Yes. $5 more, right?
$5 more.
Yes, sir.
I just want to thank all those people who also showed up. It was really cold and it was brutal weather outside. So thank you to everybody who was involved, the food service, transportation, everybody that was involved. Thank you. It wasn't easy.
It is, and you know, to be commended because we all went through it, and to leave your home, your family, to take care of the needs of the school district is very commendable, and we're very appreciative of their efforts. So this is a good resolution here. Okay, let's take it to a vote. Signify your approval by saying aye when I call your name. Mrs. Sustaita,
Hi.
Dr. Jaime Rodriguez,
Aye.
so Jesse Trevino,
Aye.
Mr. Isidoro Nieto,
Aye.
and Mr. Marcelo Santos.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item 6, discussion and possible action to approve the submission of an application to the Texas Education Agency for the missed school day waiver for campus district closure during the week of February the 15th to the 19th of 2021 due to severe winter weather conditions. Dr. Canales.
Board of Trustees, I am recommending that you approve the application to the Texas Education Agency for the missed school day waiver for campus district closure during the week of February 15th through 19th due to the severe winter conditions last week. We did have disruptions caused by the storm, and therefore to include electrical outages, internet service disruption, water issues during that week. The Texas Education Agency originally allowed for 3, and then they added 2 more for a total of 5 for that week. So we do want to submit the waiver for the missed school days to TA, and we do not have to make up those days.
Second.
We have a motion by Mr. Isidoro Nieto and a second by Dr. Rodriguez. Is there any discussion?
And Dr. Canales, you mentioned that it's going to be for 5 days? That's
Stay off 5 days.
Okay.
Okay, let's take it to a vote. Signify your approval by saying aye when I call your name. Mrs. Sustaita?
Aye.
Dr. Rodriguez?
Aye.
Jose Trevino?
Aye.
Mr. Isidro Nieto?
Aye.
And Mr. Mark de los Santos.
Aye.
Motion carries. And item 7, discussion and possible action to approve procurement of materials, labor, and other services needed for the immediate repairs of the Weslaco Independent School District facilities and/or equipment damage as a result of the severe winter weather conditions the week of February 15th to 19th of 2021, under the authority of Texas Education Section Code 44.031H. Dr. Canales.
Board of Trustees, as a result of the severe winter weather conditions last week and the impact of that across our district has incurred and might have incurred severe damages to district facilities and our equipments. Our maintenance, energy management, custodial department staff visited facilities district-wide that week to conduct visual inspections, looking for possible damages as a result of the freezing weather. Our principals also and leads, department heads did also visit their sites. Staff has confirmed damages to the north side of the main office building located in front of the district's warehouse. A water pipe broke, causing water leaks and damages to the ceiling, floor, walls, furniture, and equipment on the north side of the building. An insurance adjuster has been called, and they did come to evaluate the damages. I believe they were here today to evaluate the damages. There are some damages to building sprinklers at some of our schools. Additional damages may be discovered later on if they occurred after the equipment continues to be used as part of our district operations. We will need to repair facilities and repair or replace equipment and furniture that may have been damaged. So due to the emergency situation that we face at Weslaco ISD, as a result of the severe winter weather conditions, we will procure those goods and services needed without following the normal procurement method prescribed by law in Texas Education Code, Section 44.031, unless we can hire vendor contractors that are approved as approved vendors with one of the various purchasing co-ops or cooperatives of which Weslaco ISD is a member. We plan to pay for any projects, of course, we'll have to evaluate the expenses. We will keep you informed of any expenses and things in advance. And we will receive insurance reimbursement after all the assessments and paperwork are completed. And we plan to obtain the funds from the local construction funds fund balance. So we are asking Board of Trustees that you approve to ratify and approve procurement of materials, labor, and other services as needed for the immediate repairs of the Weslaco Independent School District facilities and/or equipment damage as a result of the severe winter weather conditions, power outages, lack of water, and internet service disruption in Weslaco, Texas last week, under the authority of the Texas Education Code, Section 44.031H. So Sanchez here to offer any more information that you may want at this time.
Mr. Andres, what percentage of will we get reimbursed from insurance? Do you know?
Depends on the damage and deductible.
Okay. Do you know what our deductible is on this particular?
I don't want to give it the wrong number. Mike?
Okay. Oh,
Good evening, good afternoon. We carry a $100,000 deductible for our property insurance.
what was it, Mike? I couldn't.
$100,000 deductible.
Oh, okay.
I'll move to approve.
Dr. Jaime Rodriguez moves to approve.
Second.
Mr. Nieto?
Yes.
Mr. Isidro Nieto seconds the motion. Do we have any discussion?
I just have a question, just because I want to understand this better. The repairs that will be done is going to be through, it says here, various purchasing cooperatives of which Weslaco ISD is a member. Is that like a buy board or those kind of different vendors that we have?
Those are the purchasing cooperatives.
Okay, so we can skip all the taking too long and just go straight to whoever bids and get it done quick.
Yes.
Okay.
for school facilities.
Yes, correct. The one at the warehouse will not be covered by the law that we quoted, because that is for school facilities. And the warehouse, that part of the warehouse has nothing to do with construction. So we're trying to get approved vendor to the co-ops for that.
And how else do we do, does Weslaco ISD, how do we do it? It's online through Byboard, and what other, sites?
We're looking right now at vendors from the company called TIPS, the co-op, the Texas Interlocal Purchasing System,
Okay,
and they provide this type of services,
okay,
restoration services. And if we need to do some additional repairs or buy furniture or equipment, there's vendors that, in those co-op that we use
fine.
for the department. For the school, we can do from any other vendor.
Question. Did any of our schools have any major problems during the freeze?
We had some issues with the sprinkler systems at some of the schools.
Okay.
And I do have Mr. Riojas who's available that can provide the additional details regarding the campuses.
Okay.
We did have some, I know some principals reported small, like,
Leaks, but not
Leaks, water
major lines that
Yeah.
were busted.
Mr. Riojas, can you respond to that? please?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Dr. Alice. Mr. Nieto, Coach Guerra, members of the board. So I think we, as a district, we fared fairly well, considering the severity of this past week's freeze that we went through as a community, as a district. But we did fare really well, sir. As far as schools are concerned, we had reported very minor damages to the schools. Most importantly, we wanted to make sure that the schools were fully operational for opening the doors on Monday, which was yesterday, which we were able to do. Majority of our problems were with backflow valves, with the sprinkler systems, and one campus had some issues with backflow valves, or one of the valves for the fire sprinkler system. But again, those are valves that are exposed. They're designed that way by trade. They're designed that way, and so of course they froze because they were exposed. But that was kind of the extent, and we are in the process of repairing. However, those repairs do require a special licensure, and so we're having to sub some of those items out to people that have that specific license, especially irrigation and, of course, the emergency fire sprinkler system. But that's the gist of the damages to campuses as of right now, sir. And of course, warehouse did sustain some damage from a broken copper line that froze, and it, did gush out some good amount of water until we were able to discover it. But that's the extent of it, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Any discussion? Okay, we had the motion by Dr. Rodriguez and the second by Mr. Nieto for the approval for the procurement of the materials, labor, and other services needed for the immediate repairs of the Weslaco Independent School District facilities and the equipment damage as a result of the severe winter weather conditions of the week of 15th to the 19th of 2021 under the authority of Texas Education Code 441-44-031H. Take it to a vote. Mrs. Estrella?
Aye.
Dr. Rodriguez?
Aye.
Coach Trevino?
Aye.
Mr. Isidoro Nieto?
Aye.
And Mr. Marcelo Santos.
Aye.
Okay, motion carries. Takes us to item 8, adjournment.
So move.
The time now is 5:59, and we are adjourned.